As preliminary matter, this is Brian Sullivan, Chair of the Affordable Housing Trust. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Tom Dixon.
Here.
Penny Dye.
Here.
Abby D. Molina.
Here.
Abby, how are you doing? How's the baby?
Good. I joined because she just fell asleep, so I figured take opportunity.
Oh, you're the sweetest. We appreciate that. Congratulations.
Thank you. I thank you for the flowers also. They're beautiful.
Good. I'm going to give all that credit to Christy. Christy, thanks for making us all look good. Staff, when I call your name, please respond to the affirmative. Christy Ferrantella.
Here.
Lee Smith.
Here.
Janelle, we heard from you. I think you'll be coming in. Anticipated speakers on the agenda, please respond in the affirmative. I think we've got everybody identified already that is here. Good afternoon. This is an open meeting. The Affordable Housing Trust is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. The meeting will feature public comment. For the meeting, the Affordable Housing Trust is convening by video conference via the Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note the meeting is being recorded. All attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything you broadcast may be captured by the materials. Captured by the recording. Meeting materials. All supporting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless we note otherwise. We'll turn to our first item on the agenda, but before we do so, permit me to cover ground rules for effective clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I'll introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, we'll go through a line of members, inviting each to provide comment, questions, or motions. Hold until your name is called. Please remember to mute your phone or your computer when you're not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate meeting minutes. For any response, please wait until the floor is yielded to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in conversation with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. For items with public comment, after members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment to the members of the public who have joined the meeting via Zoom. Members of the public who wish to speak must state their names, be acknowledged, and speak to the chair. Finally, each vote will be taken by a roll call. With that, we'll call the October 28th meeting of the Affordable Housing Trust to order. Let me look to the agenda. Sorry. Are we, Christy, we are editing the agenda to hold the minutes?
Correct.
Okay, so look for a motion to approve the agenda with the modification of holding the minutes over to the next meeting.
So moved.
Second.
By roll call, Tom Dixon.
Aye.
Penny Dye.
Aye.
Abby D. Molina.
Aye.
And Brian Sullivan's an aye. With that, we will move to public comment. Any members like to make public comment? Seeing none, I'll close public comment. Item 5, review, discuss open meeting complaint filed by Megan Glowacki and proposed response prepared by town council. Christy, do you want to open this or shall we just go right to council?
We can go right to council.
Okay, great.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Janelle. Thanks for joining us today and leading us through.
Thank you. My colleague, Brian Riley, as you know, had worked on this open meeting law matter. Brian had a conflict this morning, so he asked me to join. Happy to see all of you again this morning. I'm happy to provide an overview of the open meeting law complaint at issue. I know a copy has been distributed to everyone in advance of today's meeting. There was an open meeting law complaint filed on October 9th, 2024, regarding a press statement that was made that was filed and reviewed by town council, and a draft response has been provided to everyone for consideration today and obviously for verification of accuracy. In summary, the open meeting law complaint alleges improper quote unquote deliberation relating to that press release or press statement that was made. Town council was able to obtain some information and prepare a draft response for the trust reviews this morning. I'm happy to answer any specific questions that you may have with respect to either the complaint or the draft response. Following review this morning, there would be a vote to authorize Town council to file that response to the complainant and the Attorney General's Division of Open Government in compliance with the open meeting law, subject, of course, to any changes or modifications that need to be made. And then from there, it would be reviewed in due course.
Thank you, Janelle. Any questions from members on the draft response or comments? Penny?
Yeah, I have a question through you, Mr. Chair, to Janelle. Is there any limitation on how much somebody can do this, or can it just be as much as somebody wants to file these complaints?
Good question. Thank you. And through the chair, the open meeting law at this time, there is pending legislation relating to the open meeting law, but at this time, there's no limitation per se in terms of how many complaints may be filed against a particular public body in the current law, in my opinion.
Thank you. Just as a follow-up, as a taxpayer, I have a concern about how much, how many resources this is taking, not just with us, but I mean, overall with the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny.
Can
Go ahead,
I?
Abby.
Yeah, I just had a question. Penny, thanks for bringing that up. I know this has come up, and this also through you, Brian, to Janelle, might be a question is like with Freedom of Information Act requests, I know because Penny kind of brings up a good point where it takes a lot of resources. Is there any way if you file a complaint, like there can be some sort of like monetary charge with it that is related to the amount of work it takes to investigate it? And I don't know if for open meeting law, if that's something, but I know for Freedom of Information Act requests, like it is possible to like have some sort of fee with it, just so that if someone is continually filing them, there is some sort of recourse financially that, you know, it takes a lot of time to investigate them.
Thank you. I'm happy to respond through the chair to that question. The public records law, and I handle a ton of public records work, is a separate statutory scheme, as you all know. There is not only the ability to charge what we call a good faith estimate in response to public records requests within 10 business days, but in my opinion, there's also the ability to petition the supervisor of records if someone is deemed to be vexatious or using the public records law as a particular tool. Under the open meeting law, no such provision currently exists. Like I said, there is pending legislation mostly to extend some of the COVID related relief, but other provisions as well with respect to open meetings and hybrid and remote meetings. But that is a good question. You know, in my experience, there can be certain circumstances where mediation may be appropriate. But certainly, you know, in terms of resources, there's no ability to charge per se. You know, certainly in the draft response provided, there's an overview that's provided with respect to the open meeting law issue at here, and the fact that town personnel was involved and not the trust or the select board in this instance.
Thank you, Janelle.
Yeah, thank you.
Penny?
Yeah, just one more thing. I just want to commend you for the letter. I thought it was so well written and really, really covered everything. So thank you for that. If there's not more discussion and the chair is willing to entertain a motion, I would make one to approve the letter and send it.
I see no more discussion, so I'm happy to entertain.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Penny, can you clarify your motion? I'm sorry.
Yeah, my motion is to approve the draft letter by town council and to send it to the Attorney General and the complainant or whatever the process requires.
Great. Thank you, Penny. And Tom, is that agreeable to your second?
Yes, second.
Thank you. Vote by roll call. Tom Dixon,
Aye.
Penny Dye.
Aye.
Abby DiMolina,
Hi.
and Brian Sullivan's an aye. Thank you, everybody. Moving to.
Thank you all for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Janelle. You too.
Thank you.
Item 6, review and discuss request for written comments, Surfside Crossing in the 40B development. Christy, thank you for putting together such a thoughtful letter. Do you want to share anything, or do we want to come to any members?
Just first, I wanted to announce that Forrest Bell has just arrived for the minutes at 11:45.
Great. Hi, Forrest. Welcome. Ooh, busted wing. Penny, go ahead. You're on mute, Penny.
Sorry about that. No, I didn't know if Christy wanted to do an overview, but I have a couple of minor things I'd like to suggest as edits.
Why don't you come in with the edits since you have the mic, and then we'll come back to
Okay.
Christy.
All right, bottom of page 1, last paragraph, there's a reference that starts, while the joint statement between the town and developer signals a commitment to year-round occupancy, the trust requests further clarity on how this commitment will be implemented. And then there's a sentence that says, ensuring these units remain accessible to residents, such as teachers, nurses, and public employees is essential. I would like to, we're always saying teachers, nurses, fire. I would like to say essential workers, municipal employees, and others there.
I agree, Penny.
I just think there's
keep it-
consistency in how we talk. There should be better consistency in how we speak about it.
Well, and I think it's a good point just to keep it as broad as possible, because there are plenty of employees who might not be listed in that group who still, who's not listed in teachers, firefighters, and
Right.
first responders, but still would be worthy.
So that's one suggestion. And my second suggestion is under number 6, path to safe harbor. It says the original comprehensive permit triggered 15 qualifying units to be added to our subsidized housing inventory or SHI list. I think it shouldn't say our, I think it should it should say either Nantucket's list, or it should say the town's list, because it's not our list. Our being the trust, it needs to be it needs to be more broad, it needs to be better defined than than just saying our. It's a little thing, but I think it should say the town or Nantucket's subsidized housing inventory list. Thank you.
Those are both great edits. Thank you, Penny. Does anybody else have questions or comments on the written response? Christy, did you want to share any summary or thought?
I basically took the draft from 2017 or 18 that we had previously and incorporated the notes from the last 2 meetings. If you guys vote to approve this, I'll send it over to the ZBA and they'll have it for their November meeting.
Great. Thank you, Christy. Any other question, comments, or emotions?
Well, I'm unmuted. I'll make a motion to approve it as amended.
Okay, great. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Abby. A vote by roll. Tom Dixon,
Aye.
Penny Dye,
Hi.
Forrest Bell,
Aye.
Abby DiMolina,
Aye.
and Brian Sullivan's an aye. Thank you. With that, we will look for, let's see, item 7, 6. Other business. We're going to take a long break and have a meeting on November 19th. That's correct. Any other business? Seeing none, board comments? Members of the board want to take a moment for a comment? Seeing none, close board comments. Look for a motion to adjourn regular session, not to return to the open session. To move to executive session for the purpose of considering purchase, exchange, lease, or real value of property that an open meeting may be detrimental. Anyone make that motion?
Oh, I'll make it. Sorry.
Thank you, Penny. In a second.
Second.
By roll call, Tom Dixon,
Aye.
Penny Dye,
Aye.
Boris Bell,
Aye.
Abby Molina,
Aye.
and Brian Sullivan's and I.
See you on the other side.
Bye. Thank you.